In this tutorial, we're going to be looking at fractions. Fraction in general form is basically part over base. So anything that looks something like this, where you have a numerator and then you have a denominator, which is going to be part over base. Okay, now obviously this is a proper fraction because the numerator is smaller. Okay, 3 is smaller than 8, so numerator is smaller than 8, that's why it's a proper fraction. If this was the other way around, if this was, let's say, 8 over 3, this would be improper fraction. Why? Because the denominator is bigger. Actually, the numerator, this is my numerator, is bigger than the denominator. Okay, which means that we have an improper fraction. Now, if I was to write this down in a mixed fraction form, this would look something like this. I would basically divide 8 by 3. 3 goes into 8 how many times? 6. So I have my quotient, and then I have my remainder over divider. So 2 over 3. Now this is my mixed fraction. Okay, so that's basically the types of fractions that we deal with on a daily basis. Now move on to more calculation part. When we are calculating this, we can do it in a number of ways. We can go, let me pull out my calculator. So we can go 3 divided by 8. Okay, I know this is 0.375. Okay, so 0.375. Or I can go 375 over 1,000. Okay, now if I was to let's take another example. Okay, if I was to take another example, let's take this example over here. Okay, this is more like a calculation that involves fraction. So now from our early example, we noticed that this is my mixed fraction. Okay, so I'm going to convert this mixed fractions into improper fractions. So I'm going to go 14 times 8 plus 3. You add the numerator. Multiply this by the denominator and add the numerator. So my answer goes 115 over 14. Minus 3 times 3, 9 plus 1 is 10. So 10 over 3 minus 2 minus 11 over 7. Okay, so that's all my proper and improper fractions. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to find the LCD of all the denominators. Make this denominator equal for them all. Okay, so our LCD is going to be 14, 3, and 7. So I know that 7 goes into 1, 2, so 2 and 1. This is 3, 3, and 2. Okay, so 3 times 2 is 6, times 7 is 42. So I know automatically my LCD is 42. 14 goes into 42 3 times. It's 42 divided by 14. 3 times the numerator, because whatever we multiply the denominator, the rule of thumb is we have to use the same factor for the numerator as well. So you multiply 115, so you get 345 minus 43 goes into 42 how many times? 14 times 10, so minus 140 over 42 minus 42 times 2, 84 over 42 minus 42 over 7 is 6 times 11, 66. 66 times 42. So I'm going to do the calculation now. Simplification 3, 4, 5 minus 140 minus 84 minus 66. This comes about 55 over 42. Again, this is an improper fraction, so I'm going to convert this into mixed fraction. 42 goes into 55 once, and this is 8 plus 5, which becomes 13. So one integer, 13 over 42 is our answer for this one. Let's do another calculation. This one again looks similar to the one that we did before. So we're going to do 18 into 2. Once again, denominator into this number over here, plus the numerator, which is 11, to convert this into mixed fraction, to convert this into improper fraction rather, plus 4 over 1 minus 16 over 9 minus 1 over 6. So my LCD for this is going to be 3 into 2 is 6, times 3 is 18. So 18 goes into 18 once. Same, we multiply by 42. So 42 plus 1 into 18. So 4 times 18 as well. which is 72. 9 goes into 18 twice, so the same for 16 times 2. 32 minus 32 over 18. Minus 6 goes into 18 3 times, and this is 3 into 1, which is 3 over 18. Time for simplification, so we have 42 plus 72 minus 32 minus 3. So 79 over 18. Convert this into mixed fraction. This is 4.38. So I know this goes into 4 times 18 times 4. 4. 72 minus 9. This is 7 over 18. Okay. Now let's move on to another example. This being a bit tricky as it will involve BEDMAS, something that we did earlier. This is 2/3 plus 1/3 times 2 over 1 plus 1 integer 1 over 3 divided by 4 over 3. First of all, we know that this is a mixed fraction. Convert this into an improper fraction. Now, following the rules of BEDMAS, we know that we multiply first as it is from left to right. 2 over 3 plus, this is again 1 into 2 is 2, 2 over 3 plus the second step is division. This is division, so this will be reverse. So 4 over 3 times 3 over 4 plus 1 over 3. 3 and 3 cancels out, 4 and 4 cancels out. So I'm left with this figure over here. And I know that my LCD for this is 3. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So my final value is going to be one integer, as 3 goes into 5 once, 2 over 5. This is my final value. So that's basically how we deal with fractions. Obviously, they have many applications, especially in terms of when you're doing calculation, basic calculations in terms of finance or math, or just general math or anything. You know, it's pretty useful stuff. So keep tuned for next set of tutorials, and hopefully we'll cover more of fractions in those tutorials.